yes, it is so important to be in the Word and read our Bibles and get closer to Jesus one-on-one, but that's not only what Jesus did.
I'm a big picture guy. I look at this process and I ask, is this going to help move our church forward? Even as a youth and young adult pastor, I'm always asking, will it help our church? Will it get us to where we want to go in helping develop disciples?
When you've been a Christian your whole life and you've been in the same church your whole life, you can end up in some routines where you are really committed to doing your daily devotions and you're really committed to doing all of these things. But when someone asks you, what is God saying to you and what are you going to do about it? That kind of interrupts that cycle in a fresh way.
Everybody was in a really dry season spiritually. And for a variety of reasons, for many, it had been the hardest year of their life. For others, they were just tapped out from serving their brains out and felt like they weren't really seeing much fruit, felt like they were just disconnected from the power of God in their life, and were more like going through the motions.
When it comes to the preteens, it's actually amazing because I thought that there would be pushback, because they want to have fun, they want to do fun things, but they love discussion. They love to ask questions. They love to just kind of dig deeper into things. So they're sponges. It's really how I hope everyone would be in this whole process, because that's how we learn childlike faith, right?
I'm a millennial, so I don't like labels, but man, this has really changed the way I do ministry in a lot of ways. Now I'm able to sit there and go, I know that I'm consciously competent in helping my people move to the next level in their spiritual journey. And I couldn't have said that before.
I work with kids, so I'm now looking at how do I reach out to the kids who are in our after-school program, and how am I being really intentional in that so that they are developing a faith of their own, and so their parents are developing a faith of their own. And then with the kids that we serve on a regular basis, how am I leading them up to not just be churchgoers, but to be disciples of Christ?
We get to see how they break down, but at the same time we see how God starts building them up. And for my heart, it's amazing to see, especially as young high school students are realizing that God has been working in their lives and God continues to pour into them, and seeing them grow from the beginning of our small group to the end is just amazing to see.
Now all of a sudden we're asking questions, am I pointing people to God while I'm at my office job Monday through Friday? And so our volunteers are kind of having a new paradigm of what does it mean to be a lead worshiper, not just on stage on a Sunday morning, but on Wednesday afternoon or on Thursday.
These are the tools that are meant to grow you as a person, to grow you closer to Jesus, to teach you how to go out into the world and find the lost.
I think specifically for Gen Z and millennials, this has been a welcomed approach to learning how to disciple. As we get together and we share our stories and we talk about how God's dealing with us in our lives right now, it can bridge a generation like nothing ever can.
I believe that the Jesus-shaped life and this curriculum in particular is life-changing and is a journey that you go on as a disciple of Christ, and it never ends.
Zeroing in on what are we called to do as a church and what are the best resources for this specific time in this specific culture with our specific leadership. And so I think every church needs to ask that for themselves, and for us, this has just been the perfect fit.
The way that the tools have helped our ministry move forward is when the students become more vulnerable and the adults become more vulnerable, the bond between us grows stronger. So you can become a better leader, so you can become a better pastor, a better small group leader, whatever it may be. So just be ready for change.